Hello, my name is Kamini Desai. I'm the Education Director of the Amrit Yoga Institute. For the last 25 years, I've been helping people master the inner dimension of their lives. One of the most powerful tools to do this that I know of is Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is a powerful sleep-based meditation technique that allows you to enter the deepest states of meditation effortlessly. This video is designed to give you an idea of what a Yoga Nidra immersion or certification program is about and what you can expect to get from the training. So I thought I'd just jump right in and take you through it. Hopefully you've looked at the other videos to get an idea of what Yoga Nidra is about. And the first thing that I want to say is that right now Yoga Nidra is exploding and there are trainings popping up everywhere. However, there are very few places that are connected and understand what the real depth of Yoga Nidra is about, because these teachings have not been passed down through a lineage from master to student over hundreds or even thousands of years. And when people don't understand the depth of what Yoga Nidra is designed to do, it also doesn't get communicated in a training, which I find a shame, because this practice could be so powerful for so many people when its full scope is understood. So I want to take you through the Amrit training, which I believe is one of the most comprehensive training programs out there, not only for your transformation, but from the scientific point of view as well. All right. So first of all, a Yoga Nidra training could be set up in various different ways, depending on the training that you're looking at. It may be set up in a weekend format. It may be set up in one 10-day format. It could be set up in two 4-day formats. So all the content will always be the same. Rest assured of that. If we're going to look at a 10-day format that is divided into two halves, the first half is immersion, second half is certification. The first half, the immersion part, is just for you. And whether you want to lead Yoga Nidra to other people or not, you can get enormous benefit just from this part of the training. So this part of the training is for you to understand the deep principles of and philosophy of Yoga Nidra as it relates to you, your life, your awakening, and your freedom. Okay. The second half of the training is the science of it and how do I bring it to other people. The first half of the training, we begin with big picture. Right. So here's the thing. A lot of people are doing Yoga Nidra, but they don't know why. They don't know what it is the end result that they are trying to achieve by doing Yoga Nidra. And you can have the greatest tool in the world, but if you don't know what you're trying to build with that tool, even if you arrive there, you might miss it. Or you might be using the tool in a way that completely doesn't let you arrive at the thing that you're trying to build. So the very first thing we do on the very first day of Yoga Nidra training is learning what are we trying to achieve with the tool of Yoga Nidra, which is liberation. So we'll understand what liberation is. The second thing we look at is the body-mind complex. So we're not just going to be enlightened all the time. We have to live in this body-mind. And the primary thing that is affecting this body-mind is karma and samskaras. And if you haven't already watched my video on what karma is and the impressions that affect the bodies, you should look at this because it'll give you a little bit more of an idea. But what you'll understand is how this internal karma is really shaping and directing the whole course of your life. And once we understand that, you will see how the 5 tools of Yoga Nidra, realization, disidentification, intention, integration, and restoration, are designed to interrupt and neutralize the effect of karma and samskaras on your whole body-mind complex so that you can actually shape and create your life in the direction you want. So every day we will go through one of these tools and you're going to learn deep yogic principles around each one of these. There are going to be little exercises, little experiences that will be like little aha moments that will help you see your life in a greater context. Right? And what I'm going to tell you is that I've actually designed this program around the core principles of what sets us off a good path for our lives, what gets us caught, and how to redirect our lives. It's going to give you the core tools you need to live a good life. Right? On that note, daily life application. You will have daily sessions that show you how to live these tools of yoga in your daily life, with your relationship, with your kids, at your job, in the stressful circumstances, because let's face it, at most you're going to be doing Yoga Nidra for 1, maybe 2 hours a day if you're really doing it well, but what are you going to be doing the rest of your life? You've got to live those principles in the rest of your life. And finally, you'll be learning some teaching basics in the immersion as well, and how a Yoga Nidra is set up. If you are interested in going on for certification, and even if you don't want to teach Yoga Nidra for other people, but you want to know the science behind Yoga Nidra, you want to know how is science backing up what yogis have known for thousands of years, I recommend going on to the certification training, okay? This is great if you're a science person, if you're curious about what's the cutting edge, what are people saying out there. This puts it all together for you so you don't have to find it for yourself piecemeal. We will be looking at the physiology of the brain. What is happening in the brain while you are in Yoga Nidra? What are the chemicals, the neurotransmitters and hormones that are released? Because there's a lot of them there and they're really good for you. What is the latest research and what's being done? What happens during Yoga Nidra? What are the changes in the prefrontal cortex and in various parts of your brain? What are things that Yoga Nidra has been shown to be good for? You'll be learning about the components. So in a Yoga Nidra, there are various techniques, just like yoga poses, and each technique has a particular benefit. So for example, Shitali breath is really good for balancing blood sugar. Hot and cold, feeling hot and cold in the body is really good for the management of chronic pain. So each of these techniques are good for certain things, and you can use that understanding to create and customize your own Yoga Nidras, right? I mentioned Yoga Nidra cards here as well because I'm going to show you this. We have a very unique system. It's a card system. And basically all the techniques of Yoga Nidra are color-coded onto this. So what you can do with this color-coded system of cards is you can begin to put together your own Yoga Nidra techniques very easily, very quickly, and very efficiently. You can customize for various populations, and you're going to see how easy it is to work with these cards. All right, so if you want the cards, you got to come to certification. Up here, we work with scripts. The final thing that you will be doing, and we will be looking at together, is how do we take these ancient principles of yoga and how do they apply to modern maladies? How does it apply to health? How does it apply to stress? How can we use Yoga Nidra to help people with trauma and PTSD? Yoga Nidra for habits and addictions, whether it's a smaller habit like overeating or a full-blown habit like, recovery and prevention of relapse. Depression and anxiety, so prevalent in our society today. Insomnia. It's estimated that 1.5 million people suffer from insomnia or sleep deprivation, right? We are going to be going over suggestions for working with kids in this Yoga Nidra training, and we go into more depth with kids in our advanced Yoga Nidra training, which you will be qualified for once you do the basic, right? Also in the advanced training, we go more into really specifically designing Yoga Nidras for people with trauma and PTSD. So all of this, what this leads to is your ability to put together a Yoga Nidra for your friends, for your family, for your loved ones. It could be for first responders. It could be for your mother who broke her leg in the hospital. It could be for your kids. The whole idea is we have so many people around us who we don't even realize that we want to help them in some way. We want to give them the benefits of yoga, but they may never set foot in a yoga studio. This is a way to give them those benefits with them only having to lie down and not fall asleep. And even if they fall asleep, they get the benefits. So this is a way, even if you're not thinking of getting certified, or you're thinking, I'm not going to teach, think about it anyway, because you're going to be surprised at how many people you can help. So I hope that this has given you an idea of what the Amrit Method Yoga Nidra certification and immersion training is about. And if you want more information, or if you decided you want to sign up, go to www.amrityoga.org, or look for the link to the calendar page and look for Yoga Nidra certification training or Yoga Nidra facilitator training. All right? Well, the dates will be listed on there. I hope to see you there and to meet you in person. Thanks so much for listening. Jai Bhagwan.